so that when I speak at 5, the voice of our young people is heard and they are part of the decision-making process. I want to say very little to you young people and young leaders. I'm on record of studying with the young people. When William Ruto decided to abduct, maim, and kill young people, I say no. I don't speak for the young people because I left office. I spoke when I was in office. When I realized William Ruto had become excessive and he was not listening to me or anybody else, in terms of killing Gen Zs, in terms of taking everything from the country, in terms of looting public resources, I came here and went to the mountain to pray. I was here for 8 days and asked God to help me to make a decision whether to just sit by, enjoy the privileges and the perks that go with the office of the Deputy President, or say no and face the consequences. I left office, I switched on my phones, I came here to this forest here and prayed. And God showed me the way and said, no, you can't sit back and enjoy the privileges and the perks that go with the office. Stand with the people of Kenya, stand with the young people, stand with everybody, and face the consequences, whatever they are. And I went back to Nairobi and I started telling him no. In cabinet, in Security Council meeting, I said no. When the issue of young people came and he gave instructions that they should be abducted and tortured and if possible killed, I said no. I was the lone voice in the National Security Council. And I said no. I said, Mr. President, 1 is against the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Number 2 is against our constitution. Anybody who has committed a crime should be arrested and taken to court to face justice. I also said I'm a parent. I'm a father to some young boys, and I would not like them to face what you are saying. And I said no. And he was very unhappy with me. In fact, that is what now made him and me disagree completely. Then there was the Finance Bill 2024. When it was brought before the cabinet committee that I chaired, I said no. And some members there texted him, and he told me, let it come to the main cabinet. I was the lone voice. I oppose Finance Bill 2024. And I started telling MPs to listen to the ground. And I told him this thing, people cannot accept. And if you force it, you'll have an egg on your face. He told me off and told me I'm opposing government from within. I went away. And of course, people said no. The Gen Zs came out. I called Professor Kindiki. That's why I have very little regard for that man. Very little regard. I called him. Yeah? I called him after the Security Council meeting. I said, Professor, what you are being told to do, is it right? Is it biblical? Is it in accordance with the Constitution? As a parent, how can you? And he said, no, mimi lazima nifanye vile rais amesema. Lazima nifanye vile rais amesema. Nikamuuliza, including abducting and killing young people. Sasa kama rais amesema, mimi nitafanya nini? I will never, you know if he refused and I had refused, the two of us, probably those boys and girls would not have died. If Kindiki had put his foot down. Because even the IG then was uncomfortable, but he was a coward. The general was just there. You know, I told Kindiki, please, let's go and face this man and tell him this decision is wrong. He said no. So it happened. So what do? I'm Deputy President. The government that serves have killed people in Parliament, have exterminated young people with a great future. I am part of that government. What do? Again, I prayed. I said, God, give me courage, give me strength to make a decision. I took a plane and went to Mombasa. The killing had happened on June 25. In the evening, William Ruto called a press conference. He never invited me. Ordinarily, I would be there. And called these young people criminals and treasoners and says they'll be hunted like rats. I was very offended. So the following day, I got a press conference in Mombasa. And I was in office. I said, I don't agree with this decision. One, these young people are not criminals. They are my sons and daughters. And they have a legitimate concern. And somebody should listen to them. And this is wrong. He later called me and really abused me and told me I'll know who he is and I'll face the consequences. The decision to start my impeachment started on that day. I stood with the young people of this country. And I lost a job that I had looked for. He did not give me the job. I looked for it. I mobilized votes. I was voted for. I lost privileges. I lost everything. But I stood with our young people. I'm asking the young people of this country to also make a sacrifice for me. Knowing very well, if I made that decision to lose my job to stand with them, if I am president, nobody will ever kill them. Nobody will ever abduct them. Nobody will ever take them through that torturous journey. I am a firm and a serious believer in the destiny of our young people. If you check the people around me, the young MPs, the ones who are elected, they are all young people. And they are the ones who drive my leadership and my politics. And the great strides I have made in selling our party and popularity across the country is because I have energy around me. I have young people around me whom I have allowed to advise me, whom I have allowed to help me look for leadership. I am a very genuine believer. And that's why I disagree with anybody who says you are leaders of tomorrow. Anybody who tells you that, that is an insult. You are the leaders of today and tomorrow. You are the present and the future. And I want to challenge you today. You people are fearless. You people cannot be bribed. You are all saying you don't want William Ruto. Let me tell you, if the young people of this country today made a decision, William Ruto will go home. For sure, as December 25 is Christmas, he'll go home. Because you have the numbers. And you cannot be compromised. But I want to challenge you. Criticizing William Ruto on the smartphone is not enough. Shouting one time is not enough. Saying how bad he is not enough. Even telling me he's a goon is not enough. You must go the extra mile. Leadership in Kenya is decided through the ballot. We don't want to remove Ruto through unconstitutional means. We want him to be around. We want to defeat him in the ballot. There is only one way of removing a president from power and putting another one in power, through the ballot. People must register as voters and come out and vote. I checked in Olokalau, and I must tell you I was disappointed. The meetings for DCP candidate was full of young people, Gen Z. They were all shouting, "It's DCP is Kamau Ngodo." But on the voting day, when I checked the queues, I found the grandmothers, the mothers, and the fathers. The young people were nowhere. So who will remove William Ruto? How? You must be available. You must register and voters turn up and vote. And if you do, he is home. If the young population today decided regarding Gachagua will be president, that is it. It will just happen. But you people must register as voters. The tool of transformation is the ballot. The method of transforming a country is registering as a voter and turning out to vote. Writing criticism on smartphone is good. Writing articles is good. Shouting is good. Singing one time is the best. It's very sweet. We like it. But it's not enough. You must go another step. You must register as voters. Number 2, for this election that is coming. Registering as voters is not enough. Voting is not enough. We must protect the vote. This vote, our vote in Bere was stolen before our own eyes. We had won, it was stolen. In Malava, it was stolen. Then we learned lessons from Bere. We defended Olokalau. They could not steal. 2027, they will not steal. And we are saying, you vote and remain and guard. There are 2 responsibilities on that day. Voting and guarding. And they go together. Voting is not enough. Number 3 are the most important. You guys are the real thing. You must quickly come up with how we shall transmit the results. Moja kwa moja from polling station. You must come up with a mechanism how to recruit your peers across the country so that we shall make you our agents, so that you transmit the results from inside the polling station. And you must come up with a system on how to let Kenyans know how it is going. I want to challenge you quickly, within the next 2-3 months, you must come up with a formula and you must tell us how you shall transmit the results from the polling station to the national tallying center that we shall agree on with agencies, so that the president, the new president of Kenya, is known by midnight the same day. And we want this guy to concede by 11 p.m. In Olokalau, the voting started at 5. There was a transmission system. By 5:45, they had conceded. We want William Ruto to concede defeat by 11 p.m. on 10th August 2027. That is my challenge to you. We know they want to do some monkey business. There is a system called Smartmatics. The new commissioners have advertised a tender for supply, delivery, installation, testing, and maintenance of the integrated elections management system. There is a game that is being played there by the vice chairman. The vice chair was an official of ODM. She is very close to Hassan Joho. Her and the chairman and Joho have come up with a company called Meru System Company Limited from Korea. Yeah? Meru, M-I-R-U, System Company Limited from Korea. They made specs for this tender, tailor-made for this company. You know the way you make specs so that no other company can win. All the other competitors have gone to the Procurement Appeals Board. This company is from South Korea. And in all the elections it has participated, there was failure. 70%, 40%. I'll be giving all the details tomorrow to say we cannot accept this company. It's being pushed by the vice chair of IBC together with Ethicon. And I told you the other day, Ethicon was bought a house in Karen by government. And we asked him to explain how he bought that house. He cannot explain. The vice chair and the chair with Joho ndio wanataka kuleta hii system ya kuiba uchaguzi. I'll be giving details all the countries it has been given elections and the way it has failed. We will not allow this company to give the system for the elections. Hatutakubali. We will not accept. Hatutakubali. Huyo vice chair alikuwa mtu ya ODM akawekwa hapo na ni relative ya Joho. Sasa ndio wanapanga hii maneno wakiwa na Ethicon. And we'll give a chronology where this company has failed and why it cannot be allowed anywhere in our elections. And all the other commissioners are opposed to it except Ethicon and the vice chair. Watu ya ABC wamenitafuta. Unajua siku hizi mtu akitaka maneno yajulikane anatafuta Rigiji. Sema tangaza hii maneno Wakenya wajue. We are not going to accept. So good people, mine is to tell you, as I've told you, free and fair nominations. an affirmative action for our young people. Hizi vitu yote nominated igine sasa tayari nimepeana 3 hapa. Si imeenda? Mkiwa mnakaa tu hapa. Fomu ni kujituma. And Riggy G is a very fair person. And I love young people genuinely. Still, genuinely. And I want my government to be full of young people. Nataka hizi maassembly yote mujae huko. Parliament mujae mkuwe kila pahali. Ani unajua uzuri hivi vijana wakichaguliwa hawana maneno mingi. Watasema wabunge hakuna haja ya kukua mtu na nyumba kubwa kama hii Riggy G. Wakae kwa flat, wachukue Uber waende bunge warudi nyumbani. And we save a lot of money for the country, isn't it? I'm telling you, you good young people. So tafadhali hata governor, huyu governor Nakuru ngangana. Usiogope. So good people, I want to thank you for your contribution. Nitakuja na nitatembea kila pahali kwa Jamhuri ya Kenya. You know Gachagua amesema hawezi fanya kazi na Riggy G. Anaweza fanya na mtu mwingine yote isipokuwa Riggy G. You know why? Nyinyi mnataka nifanye kazi na Gachagua? You know why he cannot agree? See, I was with him. Kuna mambo nilikataa. So he cannot work with me because to start with, he is a thief. One, he knows I cannot allow him to abduct people and I cannot agree to extrajudicial killings. Number 2, he knows I cannot agree to sale of public assets. Number 3, he knows I cannot agree diversion of security money for politics. Number 4, he knows vile amechukua jamii moja yake amejaza polisi na kila pahali, siwezi kubali. You know? He also knows I am not a yes man. Yeye anatafuta sanamu. Si yako na moja? Yes sir. Wewe Soprano. Wewe Soprano. Kuja hapa. Hii vijana ya Gen Z wananisumbua. Imagine wananichora. Wananiweka kwa jeneza. Soprano nisaidie. Abduct these people. Kill them. Hakikisha umewaangaisha. Soprano ni bure si bure? Ni bonoko si bonoko? William Ruto is saying he can work with everybody else but not Riggy G. Because Riggy G cannot be a yes person. He is a truthful man. He is a man whose morality is at the highest level. Riggy G is a man of integrity. He cannot agree to corruption. He cannot agree to sale of public assets. He cannot agree to nepotism. He cannot agree to support things blindly that are not good for the country. And he is right. He cannot work with Riggy G. I want to say I cannot work with William Ruto because he is a killer. I don't believe in killing people. I don't believe in stealing the public. So, yeye nimesema if he can get somebody else wa kufanya kazi na yeye, afanye na yeye. Mimi mambo ya goons siwezi kubali. Na tuliwachana na yeye kwa sababu tabia yake ni mbaya. And he cannot change that man. So there is no possibility that we can work together. In any case, listening to the people of Kenya, atafukuzwa next year. Sasa hata hii anasema hawezi fanya na mimi, atakosa kufanya na mimi na atakuwa nyumbani. Unless anaongea mambo ya kulima shamba yake. Unless he is saying hatuwezi lima shamba pamoja. Because from where I sit, Eco International Organization, very credible, imefanya poll. His rating is at 17%. And as a sitting president, it cannot get better, it can only get worse. So mambo ya Kasongo is a fait accompli. Is what the Italians call finito. Inaitwa? Na ile vijana wanaita kufinish? Ati vijana wanaita kufinish? That is it. So there is no possibility that he can work with anybody else, not just even Riggy G. Because you'll not be there. Unless he's looking for a farm manager or he's looking for somebody who can run his businesses. Yeah, afanya na watu. Vijana tumeelewana? Nimeshukuru sana. I need to go ni prepare kidogo ndio mtania company kwa hii pressa mtapanga maybe nitakuja tu kufanyia hapa, provided you listen without talking, so that we can deliver to the country.
Yes.
Si ndio? Si ndio?
Kabisa.
So you can stretch your feet kidogo 5-10 minutes, then we retreat here. Ndio niseme ile nataka niseme kama ni. It is even good that I'm using the communique from Wamunyoro in the company of young people.
Absolutely. The right audience, kabisa.
I love, and all those things we want to do are for the greatest benefit to the young people. Because hii Kenya ni yenu. Sisi miaka yetu naendelea kusonga. Hii Kenya ikiwa mzuri, watu wale ambao watafaidika ni nyinyi. Huyu Kasongo kwa bahati mbaya akirudi, watu mtapata shida ni nyinyi. Anaweza rudi? Hamwezi kubali? Asanteni sana, may God bless you.
Asante Your Excellency, tutarudi ili tuweze kuwa na hiyo press